Namaste everyone. Welcome back to my channel, The Growth Chronicles with Mosal. So you have seen a lot of MBA friends, right, who are from Tier 1, Tier 2 B schools, who are into marketing, who are doing so well, who are earning a lot, and you wonder, right, what are they doing actually so that they're being paid so well, or they're such high sort of the properties in the industry. So let's break that down. Is it because we know a lot of marketing frameworks? We've used those jargons in our B schools, in our case studies. So we feel that we can put those concepts into anything and the problem will solve out? Well, the answer is no. Let me tell you from a real world example, right? So when I was in B school at IIM Lucknow, right, we learned a lot of frameworks. For example, the 5 P's of marketing, then STP, right? There's so many of them. We did a lot of funnel based approach and everything. There's so many case studies that fit so well in those frameworks, right? And I thought, for example, you know what, if I apply these frameworks when I'm going for a job, a lot of case studies will itself get solved. But here I am 5 years into the industry. Honestly, I have really used those frameworks, right? What has helped actually? Coming to my original question, why do MBA grads in marketing especially gets paid so well and why they're so sought after? Number one, the insights that you can generate. That's the biggest takeaway. Let's say you're working as an area sales manager in a general trade role, right? Or a modern trade role or any role. The insights that you can give from the market if you are in general trade, or the insights that you can give from your key accounts if you're in e-commerce or modern trade, are something that differentiate you from the pack. Because, for example, if you're working in an FMCG organization, right? If they're traditional in nature, they know a lot of things about the traditional form of business. But you, as a fresh graduate or a young graduate, someone who's coming into the system, will have a different sort of viewpoint. We'll know a lot of modern stuff that is there. Let me relate to a personal experience. I was handling e-commerce. So what I got very interested about how the organization looked up to me for insights of what is happening in the e-commerce industry. If you can give insights, then you are very well sought after. You will get paid well and you will be a hot property because you're doing something which the organization has little knowledge of. You are giving the knowledge to the organization. You are helping the organization craft the strategy, craft their sales pitch, craft their entire growth story basis your insights. So that's point number one. Other question is, how do you generate insights? Right? There are three things that you need to be very clear of for that. A, very good understanding of what is happening in the market. If you have zero understanding of what is actually happening on ground in the market, you cannot give insights. So for that, market visits are very important. You cannot be chilling out in your office and working, but you cannot be sitting there and working and hoping for insights. That's not going to happen. You need to go to the market. Your area executives on ground will give you a lot of information. But what it differentiates you is that if you go to the market even once in a month or twice in a month, the kind of insights that you will generate will be much better than what your area executives will generate if they go every day into the market. So that is very important. What is happening in the market? Second, if you are into alternate channels, you have to understand how every channel operates, how every channel partner is doing. For that, you need that information, right? How will you get that information? That is where your second skill will be very important. That is relationship management. This is a soft skill that is very underrated. If you can crack this code, especially in India, right, you will get anything you literally want. If you have good relationships with someone, how do you build this relationship? Is through physical meetings. You go and meet them, understand their problem statement, understand your channel partners' key responsibility areas and what they're going to do. Try and solve that for them. And this is how human relationships work, right? If you can help someone with their agenda, 90 or 95% of the times they will help you when you need them. That is how you build trust. That is how you build relationships, right? So that is how, for my accounts, I try to maintain a very cordial relationship. So I got insights about what they were trying to do, what were the key objectives, and how I can align my organization strategies with theirs and come to a win-win situation. That really helps. Third thing you have to understand is what competition is doing. This is where you cannot falter. If you have no understanding of what your competition is doing and you keep on doing the same things, you will get the same results, which is not great results, right? So if your competition is doing something, you understand that you build a plan to execute better than them, but you do something to completely disrupt that, right? So if you have that relationship with your accounts, and if you have that market understanding, if you go to the market, understand what is happening in there, then it helps you to gain the competition understanding as well. that will help you out to create strategies to counter that. So, summarizing my entire video, right? Why do marketeers like us are such sought after properties, or we think we are sought after? One, the ability to generate insights which no other person in the industry can give. Two, relationship management is very important. We create relationships that are beyond just work, right? We try and influence them to ensure that we get the best deal from our company in a non combative manner. Three, very deep understanding of what is happening in the market, what is happening in the competition, what is happening in the industry that you work for. These three things differentiate us. Obviously, the growth curve or the learning will be very different as technology adapts, the industry adapts, and different players come into the picture. But these three strong fundamentals, if you're able to focus on, I think for a marketeer, the sky is the limit. So yeah. Thanks for watching this video. If you feel that you have learned something, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do like, share, and subscribe my video. And yeah, thank you for joining. Mosam Datta signing off.